Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. So you guys seen my previous video of me changing the fuel filter. So this time I'm going to be changing the oil and oil filter on our John Deere Z375R ZTrak mower. You guys seen my my Dodge Aries in the background there? You know, that K car? It's still there, runs and drives pretty good. So let's get started with the oil and oil filter video. So when you're doing jobs like this, just make sure you park your lawnmower on a flat surface with the engine shut off, parking brake set, and key removed. So in this job, here are a couple of things that we're going to need. We're going to need an oil filter right over here, and we're going to need 1.6 liters or 1.75 quarts of SAE 10W30 John Deere motor oil. This is perfect for this engine right there. Then I'll grab another one over here. Alright, so anyways, here we go. And we're also going to need an oil filter wrench, the Motor Master brand. This one's perfect. I like this oil filter wrench so much because it works for all different size oil filters. I use that to change the oil filter on my 2012 Ford Focus and my 1983 Chrysler K car. So without further ado, let's go and get started, shall we? Alright, so the first step we're going to do is drain the oil over here. This part over here is your oil drain valve. Comes right off. And then we're just going to loosen up this oil drain valve right over here. Just turn it counterclockwise like that. And then place it on the drain pan right there. Look at that. I'm going to loosen up the dipstick and then it'll increase oil flow as well. Look at that. It's still draining. I'm just going to get a few shop towels after this is all drained out. Alright, so with all of the oil drained out, we'll just screw this thing back on, just turn it clockwise, click. Now we'll just grab a shop towel and then clean around it, because it should be fairly on there now. So next we're going to loosen up the oil filter next. Okay. Alright, we're going to loosen up this oil filter there. Grab onto it. Oops. Hang on. Hang on, keep up. Alright, so I just had to loosen up this oil filter. It's really tight. Just get it out of there. Put a shop towel under there. Oh yeah. Place it under there. Look at all of that. Yeah. Look at that oil filter. All that oil's coming out of there. Okay. Okay, we're just going to prep our new oil filter. What we're going to do is place a few drops of clean oil on here, on the rubber gasket, to lubricate the O-ring. And what that does, it's going to make it easier to remove in the future next time we change the oil. And it's also going to help prevent leaks. Lubricate the rubber gasket or the O-ring. Sometimes people calls it an O-ring or rubber gasket, whatever. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and take my hands off and we'll install our new oil filter in there. It screws right onto that base there. Before we do that, get our shop towels to clean right under there before we install it. Alright. going to line it up. Make sure it's lined up pretty good. Oh yeah, it's going in there. So when you're doing jobs like this, when you're putting a new oil filter on, just don't use a wrench to tighten it up. Just tighten it by hand only. Spins right on easy. And I'm going to use a shop towel to clean right on top of it. Hand tighten it one more time. Okay. I think hand tightening should be enough. And then I'm just going to go ahead and get my brake cleaner. And what that does, it does a good job cleaning spilled oil. I'll spray some right here. Clean around it here. Right there. Okay, so next we're going to fill up the crankcase with oil. Okay, so we're getting ready to fill up the crankcase with oil. We'll set the dipstick over here. And I'll put a funnel over here. Make sure you use the type of right amount of oil recommended by your machine manufacturer. Okay. And this machine requires 1.6 liters or 1.75 quarts of oil. I'll just put about 1.5, 1.5 liters in here. Okay, that's one. Okay. One. And it's got this thing here. 1.6. Okay. And I'm just going to keep an eye on this thing here. Half. I'll just put half of it so we don't overfill it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6. Okay, so 20. Getting close. Okay, so 16 right there, so I'm going to stop right there. Okay, I'm just going to take the funnel off, grab a few shop towels ready. Clean off my funnel there. Okay. Okay. Start the lawnmower there. We'll run the engine briefly to pump oil into the new filter, and then we'll check leaks around the, check for leaks around the drain valve in the oil filter, and then we'll check the oil level. Guys, hope you liked this video of me changing the oil and oil filter on our John Deere Z375R zero-turn mower. And one last thing to remember is proper machine maintenance is the best way to ensure your mower starts quickly, runs efficiently, and mows a beautiful lawn. To purchase parts, visit your local John Deere dealer or go to www.jdparts.deere.com. Be sure to stay tuned next time. There's always a lot more where it came from. Take care.